Well, in case you didn't know, I got a temporary job here in Hanoi, and I live down in an area called Hoan Kiem. I live in this art shop here, or rather upstairs from the art shop.
One of the good things is there is always something to see right outside my door. In fact, let's go to one of these things, which is just about a block away.
So, here we are at Hoan Kiem Lake. Hoan Kiem Lake has an almost sacred quality to it. Apparently there is an old legend connected with the name of this lake, Lake of the Restored Sword. And the legend goes something like this. Apparently there was a king or an emperor named Lelot, and he met a friend who had taken a piece of metal out of this lake. And so the king took the metal home and had it forged into a sword. When the sword was finished, on the blade was the inscription, "Harmonious with Heaven." He took this as a gift from heaven, and then took that sword, and with it, defeated the Ming Dynasty in a series of wars. After he drove the Ming Dynasty out of Vietnam in about 1428, peace came to the land. He came back to this lake, and out on a boat, he saw a turtle which surfaced, and he heard a voice which said, "Return the sword." So he took that sword, throwing it into the lake. The turtle caught the sword in its mouth and submerged under the water.
You know what? A king getting a sword from a deity in a lake, defeating a horde of invaders, then casting the sword back in? This all sounds strangely familiar to me. Where else have I heard a story like that? Although no one has ever found the sword that was cast into the lake, there is one very large and very well-known tortoise that lives here. Maybe he knows where it is.
Unfortunately, since I've lived here, the great tortoise of the lake, which is claimed to have descended or be the actual tortoise which caught that sword, he is now captured and placed on that island. Not because he'd done anything bad, but simply because he had had some major sores due to pollution and parasites. So he's now convalescing in a specially made facility on Tortoise Island in Hoan Kiem Lake. And we all hope for his speedy recovery.
Over on the north end of the lake lies the larger Jade Island, where there is Jade Mountain Temple, connected to the mainland by a lovely wooden bridge. The temple was built in the 19th century and dedicated to a few Vietnamese historical figures. One of them is, of course, Trong Hon Dao, who defeated an expeditionary force of the Yuan dynasty in the 1200s. On any given day, you can see the people, old and young, locals and foreigners, friends and romancing couples, exercising around, walking around, riding around, or just sitting around, looking at Hoan Kiem Lake. My name is Caleb, and this is Hanoi.
His amazement, on the blade was the inscription, "When the king was..."